this is the project I remixed in Scratch. It's just like a little atmospheric rain program here. Um, the original program, he just had this rain effect, and he added in this little 3D illusion here. I kind of like how he added those in. There's three different backdrop pieces here, and they each move at a different rate. So you get that 3D illusion effect. Um, Scratch was pretty familiar to me because I did a lot of stuff with the Lego Mindstorms, and the block program interface is a lot the same. And I was surprised at how like time consuming it is to program with Scratch because of that physical drag and drop interface. And it took me a lot longer to get through the Code Club modules than I was expecting. Um, but it made a lot of sense. And all the blocks in Scratch were really explanatory. And looking at the remixes was also really helpful for understanding what the capability of Scratch is and just seeing other people's ideas. So let me look inside here. So the original program, he just had that neat little 3D effect in the rain. So I added a couple of different weather effects. So the way the rain originally works, he has a raindrop object, and the way it looks is just that. It's kind of hard to see, but that blue stripe. Um, and so I added in this rain variable here because of the other weather effect. Originally, it would just constantly create raindrop clones as soon as the program started, but I added in that case, and I'll show the other weather effects in a second. Um, add in like an atmospheric rain in the background. I didn't mess around with sound, but that's there. So when a raindrop is created, start as a clone. So it reveals it, puts it at a random location, puts it in that raindrop costume, gives it a random size, and gives it the ghost effect as like a transparency. So the raindrops are a little bit transparent. And then this here is what makes it fall. Um, so it gradually falls faster and faster as it gets down the screen. So for the first 5 steps, it falls at that rate and goes a little bit diagonal with a value there. Then it goes a little bit faster and a little bit faster. So that's how rain works. Then I added in a snow effect here. That's basically the same thing. Can't really see this here, but it's got a little snowflake shape. And that's exactly the same. If the snowing variable is on, then constantly create clones. Same thing, random location, random size, transparency effect. And the snowflakes fall a little bit slower, so I just decreased the Y value there. And then I did leaves here. And this is, again, the same thing. If it's leafing, then constantly create clones. The only other change here is I added in a couple extra leaf shapes. So each time it creates a clone, it moves it to the next costume, so you get the leaf variety there. And those fall slowly too. So the way the controls work, I put all the variables in the stage because it's easy to manage there. When you press X, it turns all the weather effects off. So everything just stops and it's a normal cloudy day. If you press D, it turns it on the sun. That was another feature I added in. R turns on the rain. You can see it sets that rain variable to 1. S turns on the snow. And F turns on the leaves. And I pulled this one off of there because you can have the leaves on when it's sunny out too. But one last thing I threw in here is if you hit L, the way that works, when you press L, make sure that the sun is not out. So if it's not sunny, then create a lightning strike, puts it on the back layer so that it doesn't hit the little guy. Then puts it in a random location. So the first costume is that lightning strike shape. And then it switches immediately to, that's just a blank white screen there. And then it gradually fades out the white screen. That's how that works there. Yeah, so that was a nice little project. I liked doing this last one because I got to see a lot more of what Scratch could do. And looking at his code, he'd had a lot of creative things in there. So this is definitely something I could use with my students. And I really like the Code Club projects because it pretty much explained everything you needed to know to start using it.